I wanted to share with you some of the key principles with which I've been working all these years. The first of which is that we have need to reinvent ourselves continuously, and to be able to do that, humility and willingness to learn is a very, very core principle. Over the years, I have set up a number of new startups, and each of them has been in completely new areas. In 2000, I started my first company in the area of business process outsourcing. In 2008, in the education sector, and 2013, now in the healthcare sector. And I come from none of these three sectors. So the willingness to learn and investing in that right up front was important for me. In each of these cases, I had people who had deep experience in the sector as part of my co-founding team or the initial team. Of course, once you have people with deep experience, you have to ensure that you listen to them and you're constantly learning and go out of your way to experience what goes on in those industries. In the healthcare sector, even before we started Portea, for nearly 2 months, I went around knocking on the doors of various doctors, hospitals, met with a lot of clinicians, just to understand what is this industry all about. So that was a very, very important learning. And even today, I make it a point to do that. I go travel with my clinicians to understand how it is for them to work, what are the challenges they face. Which brings me to the second point, which is the ability to move from 30,000 feet to a detailed ground level action. Whether it is in Tesco or now in Portea, moving from the big picture to the ground level details has been a crucial part of my being able to manage and deliver good results. In Portea, even today, I go to visit my patients in their homes to understand how the service works for them, what challenges do they face, and in the same breath, I end up talking to the clinicians who are serving the patients and understanding what works for them, what doesn't work for them. And each time I go into a patient's home, I understand yet another aspect of what we could do for them better or what additionally we could do for them. So on one side, it helps me in improving customer experience. On the other side, it opens up my mind to a lot more of new possibilities. The third point that I wanted to mention is about people. Taking people along is something that we all know about, and as leaders, we absolutely need to work to take our teams along. But what I think has worked for me well is the need or is the investment in building great relationship with our peers. I do believe that the path to success cannot be strewn with dead bodies of all your peers and and people around you who you climb over. It has to be in harmony with them, taking them along. In Tesco, my role as the CEO of the offshore entity that we set up here was to work with teams across the globe and predominantly in the UK and take roles away from their organizations. It was set up to be a conflicting situation, but my efforts right from day one was to reach out to them and not just become an ally but a friend to all of them, and making sure that their agendas was being understood by me and was being delivered for them. That is what really helped me in building Tesco HSC to a 5,000 people entity in a record time, which is really unexpected that we would be able to make that level of progress in the 3 years that this transformation happened.